Hi guys! Welcome to my channel. My name is Samad. Today I would like to give you a tour of my tattoo collection, and I thought it would just be fun to show you all the artwork that I have on my body and explain to you what it means, whether it has a meaning, about the artist, about the price, and about the paint. So I'm gonna start off from my first tattoo to my most recent one, and I hope you enjoy. Subscribe! Okay, so my first tattoo is actually on my left bicep here. This is actually an Arabic sentence that anyone who was raised Muslim would know. It's actually Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and in Arabic it actually means in the name of God, and I'm not a religious person at all. However, I just really wanted to remember my roots and be reminded of my family and how I grew up in Malaysia. By the way, this tattoo was actually done by a local artist in Malaysia named Russell Lloyd. It wasn't that expensive, I think. It was about 150 or 200 ringgit, which for me is quite affordable, and it was my first tattoo. I don't remember it being like incredibly painful. I think it did sting a little bit because he had to color in the black parts. I think it was tolerable, so I'm gonna give it like a 4 out of 10 in terms of pain tolerance.
I will include all of the details of the artists that I mentioned in the description box below, so if you're interested in following them or if you want to get tattoos from them, just go and follow them on Instagram and hit them up.
My next tattoo is actually my biggest tattoo thus far, and it is my back tattoo. It is a surrealistic artwork by Otto Diambra, and he is an Italian tattoo artist, and I think he's based in London now. He was guest tattooing in Glasgow one year, and I just love his work so much. I've been following him for years, and so I decided, you know what, let's go and get this tattoo done. I didn't really have a tattoo idea in particular. I just wanted something botanical, and I just love surrealistic work so much, so I told him, look, I want a flower, but you have free reign to draw what you want. And so he decided to make a crane transforming into a flower, and I absolutely love it. In terms of price, if I'm not mistaken, at the time it was about 450 pounds, and I had to save up a lot of money to get this tattoo. It's a huge tattoo, guys. It is worth it. Like, he is the type of artist that you go to for a piece of art on your body. So
I think this tattoo took about 4 to 5 hours, and the way that I was seated, I had to like crouch my body kind of like this. The skin is kind of like stretched a little bit. So 4.5 hours of just doing this. It was a little bit tiring. And
when he went over the ribs, the neck of the crane goes over my ribs. Oh, it was so painful. I was just like, so overall, I'm gonna say this back tattoo, it was one session too, okay, so 4 to 5 hours straight. I'm gonna say it was about a 7. It was quite painful. Okay, the next tattoo I got, this beautiful brushstroke on my left tricep. This tattoo is from an artist called Lee Stewart. She was based in London. Now I think she's in Amsterdam. I love Lee Stewart's work. She creates such amazing abstract paint brushstrokes. Her whole process was just so interesting, the way she composed the artworks on your body, and she was just like a wonderful person to be around. I just loved her as a tattoo artist. She was so friendly. Overall, I loved my experience with her, and I absolutely love this tattoo so much. The detail is incredible.
it took about half of my day to get the tattoo completed, but this included consultation and stenciling on my body. So the actual tattoo itself took about 3 hours, so it's about six hours in total of my day, which I didn't mind at all, and the experience was just unforgettable.
This one I think was like 450 pounds, 500. In terms of pain, I'm gonna say like 6 out of 10 in terms of pain tolerance. But the most painful part was this on my shoulder blade. It was the last thing that she did on my body, and she could see the amount of pain that was resonating out of me. It wasn't too bad, it was tolerable, but just that shoulder blade part fucking like almost killed me, guys. Like it was like getting stabbed. I think the next tattoo I got was this one. So this one is by an artist called Gordo Letters, and he does abstract calligraphy. He doesn't do like words specifically. What he does is abstract paintings, but they look like calligraphy artwork. With most of the artists that I go to, I let them kind of have free reign on my body and see what they like about the shapes of my body, and they just do their own thing. He had a different process. He actually had calligraphy pen on him and he had ink, and he actually drew this on my body first. So it was really quick actually.
2+ hours experience overall, where I met him. He was this really friendly dude. He looked at my arm and he just started drawing with his calligraphy pen, and then he'll ask me what I think, and I'm just like, okay, that's cool, that's a great composition, go for it.
And I'm super happy with it. I think that it's a very unique tattoo. It makes me look like a badass bitch, which I absolutely love.
I gave him a bit of inspiration with the word pranayama. Pranayama is actually a yogic practice of breathing. I always remember whenever I'm stressed to breathe, and I instilled this habit when I started practicing yoga again. And so I just wanted something for me, something beautiful to remind me to breathe. Whenever I'm in a situation of stress or anger or frustration, just step back and breathe. And it's kind of like right in your face. Don't forget to breathe, goddammit.
The cost of this was also about 400 pounds, I think. And in terms of pain tolerance, this was painful but not too bad. It's always like the sharpest points of your body that's really painful. So this part killed me. The same way this killed me, this part killed me. Like, I was chatting with him the whole time. If it was painful, I would just be like, eh, and then just continue the conversation. Just this part, this fucking bony, shitty ass part. I almost forgot about this tattoo. This is the only tattoo that I'm not entirely happy about because of the way it has aged. I love the story behind it, but I just don't like this tattoo anymore, and I think eventually I'm gonna have to do a touch-up or a cover-up. I don't know yet, but it is on my left hip and it is of coral with clownfish. And I got this tattoo because I just fell in love with the coral reefs when I went to Mabul one year and went snorkeling. The water was turquoise. My experience was amazing in Mabul, and I just wanted to remind myself of that time.
Unfortunately, I'm not entirely happy with this tattoo because of how it's blurred out. Like, it didn't age well. It's not a tattoo regret because I love the story behind it, but I don't like the execution and I don't like how it's aged. So I'm definitely gonna do something about that eventually when I have enough money to have a big thigh piece maybe.
This one was pretty cheap as well. I think it was like 200 ringgit. I got it in Malaysia, by the way. And pain tolerance wasn't that painful at all. It's a little bit like, it's kind of near a bony part, but it's a small tattoo, so it was really quick. It wasn't that painful. It just felt like you're being scratched. So I'm gonna say it's about a 2 out of 10 in terms of pain tolerance. The next tattoo I got is on my rib cage. So I got a thistle, which is the Scottish national flower, you know, stereotypical Scottish. And I also got gorses. And the reason I got these two flowers is, one, the thistle is the national flower of Scotland, so I just wanted something to commemorate Scotland because I love Scotland so much.
But also I wanted the gorses flower because the first time I ever did a road trip up north was during springtime. I loved seeing the yellow flowers. They were just coating every part of the mountains, and I thought that was so stunning.
So this tattoo was done by Sarah Louise Alexander. She is currently based in Edinburgh now. She does a lot of like cartoony style line work, very clean, and she's just a lovely person. Like,
if you're watching, Sarah, I'm gonna get more tattoos from you, trust me on that. I just love your work so much.
The price for this, I think, was like 80 pounds. It was quite affordable. I think that she's a very affordable artist and she's very professional as well. So I think 80 pounds is definitely worth it. And pain tolerance, well, it's on the ribs, guys. So it's fucking painful, okay? It's so small and it's just line tattoos, but it was so painful. Like, I think I was lying on the table and I was kind of like this, and I was just like, but luckily it didn't last that long, so I could tolerate it. I think I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 in terms of pain level. Ribs are always the worst. The next tattoo that I got, it's actually 3 tattoos and they are relatively small in comparison to the huge tattoos on my body. And it is by this artist called Arte en Amor Tattoo, and he specializes in really small, dainty tattoos. So I got this Magritte, I got this Control B, and I got this foot tattoo over here. Magritte is one of my favorite painters ever. I discovered him when I was traveling in Brussels alone, and I went to his museum and I was just gobsmacked by all of the artwork by Magritte. I think that his surrealism is just so fantastical and crisp, clean. There are a lot of paintings by him that I really love, but I think Son of Man is a good painting to translate into a tattoo, so I chose that. After the Magritte, I got the Control B. If you use the computer a lot and if you use shortcuts a lot, Control B means bold. So I just wanted a cute tattoo to remind me to stay bold. Last one by Arte is this one, my foot tattoo, and it's actually a location pin. And my idea behind the location pin is just anywhere I walk, that's my location. That's where I am, and just be present. Okay, so this one was not painful at all. This one was like a 1 out of 10. This one wasn't too painful either. I'm gonna say it's like a 3 out of 10. But this tiny ass tattoo, this tiny ass foot tattoo over here was so fucking painful. Like this, I'm gonna say it's like a 7 out of 10. It's as though my foot had its own mind.
While he was tattooing it, my foot kept doing this. And I swear I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't reacting. It was just my foot going like... He was really chill about it. He was kind of just like, don't worry, I'm used to it.
These tattoos altogether were, I think, 150 euro. Really affordable in my opinion. The next tattoo I got, guess what it is? It's a really nerdy one. Ditto! If you know me at all personally, I am a big Pokemon fan. I collect Pokemon cards, I collect Pokemon toys, and I play Pokemon Go. I just love Pokemon. I've grown up loving Pokemon so much, and I think as an adult, I've just fully embraced the fact that I'm just a Pokemon nerd. There's a tattoo parlor in Glasgow. I don't remember the name. I'll just share it here somewhere. One of the artists was actually doing like a Pokemon sale, and so when I saw that I was just like, huh, this is my chance to get nerdy tattoos.
And Ditto is like a shape-shifting Pokemon, and he's basically invisible because he shape-shifts as other Pokemon and tries to hide himself in different spots, so you never know how to catch him because he's always in disguise.
The placement of Ditto is quite interesting because you kind of have to look for him. So if anyone asks like, what's your Pokemon tattoo, I'll be like, oh, try and look for him. The next tattoo is this donut here. And this is actually a matching tattoo that I got with my sister, and it's by a Malaysian artist called Cornell, and she does really lovely, clean, intricate work. And I'm gonna tell you now, this tattoo, pain-free, 0 out of 10. I didn't feel anything. The price of this tattoo was, I think she has a minimum of like 150 ringgit or something. I don't quite remember, but she is a little bit pricier than most Malaysian tattoo artists. But I don't mind because her artwork is really intricate and she's very professional, she's very hygienic.
I got this tattoo because this is an inside joke between me and my sister about the one time my mom had like an extreme meltdown and she threw a dozen Krispy Kremes at me and my sister. And this is just a reminder that that incident actually happened and I didn't make that shit up.
And so I think just a tattoo of a donut is just really cute and really sweet, and I like that it's matching with my sister as well. And the last tattoo, the most recent one that I got, is this one here. And that is actually a reinterpretation of Banksy's Paint Pot Angel in Bristol. Yeah, I love Banksy's work, and this Paint Pot Angel was one of the artworks that he did during his, I think it was Banksy versus Bristol visual art exhibition at the Bristol Museum.
It's nothing profound to me, like it wasn't like some sort of epiphany that I had when I looked at it. I just really liked it, and I thought that it was just such a fun way of telling the establishment to fuck off, you know, like.
Those are all of my current tattoos. My next tattoo idea is going to be something inspired by one of my favorite cartoons of all time, which is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah! Do you have tattoos? Do you want to get tattoos? Do you want any advice about getting tattoos? Hit me up. I'll definitely reply your comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of my tattoos up close and personal. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and I will see you next time. Bye!